So for this example here, I have my expression. I'm going to list the constants, coefficients, and variables. So my constant is a value that is something that I know, and it's separated by a plus or minus sign. So in this case here, I know the value 8 and it's separated by a minus sign. Hence, I'm going to state my constant. But the tricky part about this one is my constant actually isn't 8. So anytime your constant, if it's separated by a negative sign, you have to also include that negative value into the constant. So hence, instead of writing 8 as a constant, I'm going to write negative 8 as my constant. Now my coefficient is just my value that is multiplying by x. So in this case, that would just be 15. And my variable is my unknown value, which this case is represented by x. So I'm just going to say my variable is x. And now for our second row, my constant is going to be 17. Now you can also circle the positive 2 and simply write plus 17. But because when we write plus 17, a lot of times we can simply just write that as 17. We normally just write 17 and not include the plus sign. But for the negative in front here, notice that it does matter. If I don't include that negative, I would get 8 and not negative 8, and that does make a difference. But not including the plus sign here, either writing it as plus 17 or just 17, they both mean the same thing. So I can either write it as just plus 17 or 17. It really is up to you, but I would just prefer just write it as 17. Now, as for the coefficient, it's the number multiplying by the variable, so hence that's going to be 5. And then for the variable, I have x squared. But my unknown is still x, so I'm going to write my variable as just x. And now here I have 3x squared plus 4x minus 9. Notice that my constant is going to be not 9, but negative 9 because of this negative sign here. Now my coefficients, I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have 3 and 4 because I have it here and here. And my variable is just going to be x. I don't have to write my variable as x squared and x because if I know x, I can find x squared because x squared is just x times x. So I only have one variable, which is x. Now, if this was x squared and then I have 4y instead, then I would have two variables. But in this case, I only have one variable, which is x.